now we've got this one.
I love him too.
Oh, the shade. Yeah. Oh, the shade. We've got our PR communications manager, Happy Ngidi, boss lady.
Hello, everybody.
It's that time of the year again.
Listen,
can you believe it?
What I appreciate about these awards
is
the fact you decided to go with greatness.
Because he is called the Great One. Leanne.
It was so
I'm on your page now. I'm on your page. Thank you.
It was so not about you, Glenzito. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Everything's about him.
Everything's
about him. Even my entire Twitter feed is about you.
About him.
And why everybody's worried why you're standing.
Yes.
Don't be worried.
Can I ask the question? Because now suddenly people are watching you. So they're all asking, does Glenn always stand?
Every day.
Yes.
So there you go, everyone.
I've worked with him. I've worked with him for 8 years.
Yeah.
Every single day he stands.
The SABC
there's
is still
not a single day.
organizing a budget for my chair.
Wow. The Great One's chair.
Exactly.
The chair. All right, okay. So you see, it is all about him. We should be talking about the Metro FM Awards. We're worrying about Glenn standing. So how was the launch? Because, I mean, I know that when I spoke to you last week and we sort of spoke about coming into the studio, that was the night where the nominees were announced. How was the evening?
Listen, we did break the internet. I warned you.
I
did warn you.
I knew it was going to happen. You broke the internet.
It was probably one of our best events, and proud to say that we did it in house.
Yeah.
So we have a great team behind the scenes. The evening was a success. And as expected, the nominees were delighted to be nominated. It was a great part. It really was, but it met our objectives. We achieved exactly what we set out to achieve as a brand.
Yeah. And what is that?
To really, create a platform such as this for hard-working South African musicians, to create awards that are for them, awards for the people, by the people, in the true sense of the word. And like you rightfully said earlier on, that our mandate as the SABC is to inform, educate and entertain. And music is a very big part of the entertainment part of it. So we feel we have an obligation and a responsibility to then, acknowledge our hard working musicians in South Africa.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Since you have themes every year, I'm sure there must be a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You're scratching your head every day, like, what do we come up with next year?
Because
the year after.
Because last year was a big one, Louis. We were celebrating our 20 years of democracy, and the Metro FM theme was 20 years of beat.
Yes.
How do you come out of that? With the nostalgia, with all the great memories that you created.
Yeah.
It must have been a headache.
It is a headache. Radio is now, and we have to try to be as relevant and as current as we possibly can. Mm-hmm. So we have no choice but to let our creative juices flow. And you should see the suggestions that come through as we sit as a team and try to work it out, and things are scratched out and you want to give up and you pull your hair out and it's very, very frustrating, but it's a great process, and it just shows that we can collectively as a team that put these awards together, work towards one goal, and that is to stay as relevant and as current as we can.
Okay, so you guys have to educate me, our viewers, your listeners. I'm sure your listeners are already aware. What happens? So the nominees have been announced. What happens from now until the 28th of February, and the awards happen?
It's literally a countdown. So every day, there isn't enough hours in a day because there is just so much that goes on behind the scenes. I know that the viewers and the listeners, when we get to the 28th, what you see is an amazing production. But most people have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. So, there's quite a lot that goes on. That there's quite a lot of questions that we deal with on a daily basis, where we have to keep the public informed at all times. We will get questions about all sorts of things. I mean, the burning question now, for example, is, there's a lot of people that are saying one of their most favorite song, which is Guze Guse, did not make the Song of the Year category. And we have to keep on educating and informing over and over again to say that, remember that in the rules and of the awards,
terms and conditions,
it says that, if that song is not featured in an album, then it can't make
the
Song
category.
of the Year category, but it will make the hit of the hit single category, which is exactly what the song did. But so by way of an example, is that there's so much happening behind the scenes, but also just as as the countdown continues, there's a lot of activation, the road leading up to Durban, where with our sponsors we have different activations, and we'll be appearing on loads of television shows and be on radio and be out there to generate the awareness about this massive campaign.
And I'm sure the masses obviously will ask the question, when do we get the tickets? We get that a lot on Twitter.
Yes, we do.
When can we buy the tickets?
We do, look, we according to the plan that we have in place, we should be able to get the tickets in the second week of February.
They were sold out last year, literally, within hours.
Yes,
within hours.
Wow. That is just how massive this campaign is. But we know that we will sell them out within the hour. Just when we open. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna link us to an ad break now for the Morning Live viewers. Thank you, Happy. Thank you very much for filling us in. But I think the ticket sales is probably the best question we could have ended this on. That's what people want.
Completely.
Durban, 28th of February. We'll keep you updated. But let's take a break. You'll come back to us after this.